Just because you can't afford something doesn't make it a scam. Hey gang, it's Rob, and I am the founder and owner of a business that has amassed more than $1 million in revenue. And the main purpose of this channel is to make sure that you don't have some of the same pitfalls, some of the same issues that I had throughout my journey, right? So what I've noticed is a lot of people who create it's a scam content, a lot of people who think everything is a scam, right? I don't know. It's kind of like a common denominator. So first thing, let's actually go over, right, and talk about things that are actually scams. In my estimation, from what I've seen, most of these like run-of-the-mill scams, a lot of this shit where you give me $50, I give you 500,000, just sign right here and you'll be able to open up a real estate development company, so on and so forth. A lot of the people that get scammed, forgive me please, deserve it, right? A lot of the people, they want to get rich quick, and that shit is just not a possibility, right? Because a lot of times when I've seen stuff, even on American Greed or on these other YouTube channels that always talk about, oh, it's a scam, all these poor people. A lot of times these fucking people deserved it, man. It's just like, how do you, if somebody can flip your $50 to $5,000, right? Why the hell would they even tell you that? Why wouldn't they just continue to keep, anyway? So the reason I'm making this video is because what I noticed that in different communities that are structured financially to maybe not be as well off as other communities, seem like there's one common thread. Training is great. The message is great. They love the person. But once they find out whatever training that they have, whatever merch that they have, whatever service that they provide, once they figure out the cost of whatever that is, that person that they love, the person that they supported, the person that they really liked, once they find out it's outside of their price range, then it becomes a scam. And I think that that is doing a disservice to all other business owners. My phone just, sorry, expecting something important. That's why, anyway. So they think that everything is a scam, right? That everything is not on the up and up, right? And a lot of times what I found is that people don't necessarily understand your value, right? And sometimes it's your fault as a business owner. Sometimes it's your fault as a content creator. Sometimes it's your fault as a marketer that you didn't communicate your value to that person. Hey, this is why I charge as much. Hey, this is why you need to rock with me instead of somebody else. But other times, let me move this because I don't want to be disrespectful to my loyal viewers, right? So a lot of times I think that people it's just not in their price range. It don't matter. You can be like, hey, I can make you go from, 0 to 100,000 and mean it. I can make you get 6-pack abs in fucking 2 weeks, which is probably impossible. But basically whatever they want, I know, I'm guaranteeing it. I can do it for you. They can't fuck with it because they don't have the investment needed, right? And then it becomes a scam because they haven't done the things that they need to do to be in a position to be able to do that. Or they haven't realized, the dire need for whatever you have. It's a reason, like, hey, it's a reason that you've reached out to me. It's a reason that you are in a situation that you're in. For example, for me, I've had people that, come to me for my services or want to join something I got going on. And then when it comes to the investment, it's like, oh man, I can't afford that. And a lot of people that's in these dire situations, I pose a different question to them. It's like, to me, you can afford not to. Like these side hustle things, all this type of stuff is just like, you got to get some kind of skill, right? That can endure recessions, that can endure pandemics, that can endure anything that's going to come your way, right? So I would advise you, right? If something is a scam, just leave it the fuck alone. Right? If it's too good to be true, if there's red flags, listen to your intuition, right? Now, you can't invest in something, you can't, and that's another thing I want to hit on. Let's talk about that. A lot of people may actually invest into services or programs or whatever, right? And then not put the work in, right? But still expect the same results of people that did put the work in, and then say, oh man, this is a scam. No, you just lazy, right? And then once again, like I said, a disclaimer, there are scam artists out there. There are people out there pumping a bunch of bullshit. But the good news is, okay, cutie pie? The good news is, I think for the majority, as long as you do your due diligence, here you go, baby. Right here. You have to forgive me. I'm on daddy duty. But as long as you do your due diligence, you'll be good, right? You'll come out further than you were, because that's what I noticed. You got to have some type of coaching. You got to have some type of mentoring. You got to have some type of guru or some type of, you know, somebody leads you down the way. And I know that's kind of like a new wave too, like fake gurus, fake gurus, fake gurus. But in my estimation, pretty much the training programs that I've made myself a part of, bought into, so on and so forth, they were worth it. They weren't scams. And if I didn't get 100% out of it, I pretty much hold 100% accountability for that. Like, hey, I didn't do all the work. Hey, I didn't do all the modules. Hey, I didn't show up to every call, right? And I think that's the same type that you need to have, same type of demeanor, same type of thought process that you need to have, is that just because you can't afford something, it don't make it a scam, right? And then, like I said, a lot of times that comes out as anger. People are angry, like, fuck, I can't afford this. You know, I wish I could. So I think a better angle would be, okay, what's the return on investment, right? If I invest in this, what do I think the result will be? And do I think this person, this program, this service, this car, this laptop, whatever you're trying to work towards, will that get me closer to my goal? Will this actually reap me some benefits, right? So I think that's a better way to look at it, as opposed to just absorbing all this. It's a scam, it's a scam, it's a scam. Everything isn't a fucking scam, right? Some things just require a bigger investment. And then this is what I've noticed, man. A lot of times, whenever I've had to invest into something, whenever I've had to, whether it's a training program, whether it's coaching, I had to really bite off a big chunk, or something that, you know, either made me really uncomfortable, or something that, made me uncomfortable, right? I know I put forth 10 times the amount of effort, because it's like, hey, on a specific amount of money, I have to get that back, right? And a lot of times with coaching programs, or just in general, that's the whole thing. Is, you know, it's great mentorship, blah, blah, blah. But a lot of times just the accountability. Hey, last week we told you to do X, Y, Z, and we thought it would be a good idea if you do this and that. Did you do it? No. Oh man, you got to do better, you know? Anyway, I want to make this a quick, short video. Just because you can't afford something, it's not a scam. Other than that, I'm gonna see you in the next video.